6 creative ways to build your VO portfolio. When you're starting out in voiceover, it could take time to book jobs. So if you want to start building your voiceover portfolio, creating some momentum, and voicing projects to share, here are 6 creative ways to start building your portfolio. Number 1, your local radio station. Heidi and I started in radio, and throughout our years, they were always in need of a convenient voice, even in a market as big as Atlanta.
Convenient meaning someone in the sales pit wrote copy for a client and needed to find a voiceover rather quickly.
Some radio commercials are sent by agencies, but some are done in-house. How would I know? I was a commercial copywriter. For those, there are only so many times that Tony from sales or Taylor from on air can voice them. Now, our sales department would constantly pull in whomever they could find to voice a spot, not mattering if they sounded good or not. They just needed a voice. So when you reach out, remember these things. Contact the production director or ask who's in charge of production. Send them your demo so they can hear a sample of what you do. If you're just starting out, let them know that you're just beginning in voiceover and would love to voice any spots that they have and that you do it for free. Or just say the first spot is free and put a boundary on it. Now, most radio stations may not have a budget, so you might not have a choice, but it's a good way to get your voice on the air. Most likely, if you've already done even the tiniest bit of training, you'll be light years ahead of whoever they have on staff. Let them know that you have a broadcast quality home studio. If you actually do. Share your turnaround time, meaning if they have a spot for you to voice at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, can you get it to them by the end of the business day or by next day? Or if they need it sooner, would you be able to do that? Sometimes that's even way better. Just communicate what you can do. Then, if they do send you work, make sure you ask them if you could get a copy of the finished spot. That way, in the event that you don't have a demo yet, at least you have an example of work that you've done. Remember, we're talking about just building your portfolio as you just start out. Number 2, IVR. Most local small businesses don't have a budget to pay someone to do their phone system. So if there's a business you frequent, ask if they need their phone messaging system updated. It could be a great way to add IVR to your resume, get experience, and begin a business relationship with that small business. If you provide that service to them for free, it's okay to ask them for other businesses that may need that service as well. Or ask for a testimony. Think long-term in building a relationship, which this leads to number 3, local small businesses. A few years ago, we ran into a voiceover talent, September Carter. She and her husband Bob run The Neighborhood, and she said that when they go on vacation, she contacts the small businesses they frequent and asks if they have any voiceover needs. And she's actually booked work doing that. Keep in mind, small businesses don't have huge budgets. Most likely.
Don't let that deter you.
Because it also means that you could be a huge lifesaver to them if they're wanting to create a video for their website or social media. Now, here's an idea, and you don't have to do this, but I've done it in the past, and Heidi has as well. If you're doing work for a small business, consider offering a small business discount. Maybe it's 25 to 30% as you're just getting started. Pitch the small business that you're a voice actor with a home studio where you can record a voiceover for any project that they may have. Then mention that you adhere to the industry standard rates, GVAA rate guide, but that you offer a small percentage off discount for small businesses. This way, they're aware of the industry standard, but you can offer a huge value with the discount. Okay, on to number 4. Churches. Nowadays, churches often create pre-sermon videos. They have YouTube channels, they have podcasts, etc. There are so many opportunities to lend your skill as a voice actor. And if you go to a church, you can also see how you can get involved in reading scripture. Often it's in front of a congregation before a sermon. And let me tell you, there's nothing like reading in front of an audience to hone your voiceover skills. If it's a large church, they may have a production director, but if not, ask for who's in charge of creating the media for services. 5, local community groups or clubs. If quote-unquote voice of God or live event announcing is an area you'd like to venture into, I'd start with local community groups and clubs. They may need a live announcer for a gathering that they have coming up. Now, they may not pay someone, but if you're just starting out, offering it pro bono could be a great way to get experience, create relationships, and plant those seeds. Here's a suggestion. If you do offer it for free, ask if they wouldn't mind you sharing your website and the fact that you do voiceovers at the end. Could be a great way to get additional value from it. Number 6, art colleges like SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design. Art colleges often teach animation, and these future great animators always need voice actors for their projects. If animation is a path you're interested in, this is a great way to help a student get experience and have a cool finished product to share. So what about you? Do you know any other creative ways to build your voiceover portfolio if you're just starting out? If so, please comment below. Let other people know as well. The Atlanta Voiceover Studio and ProVoiceOverTraining.com exists to equip, elevate, and inspire you in your voiceover journey. Cheers to your success.